Okay. So, you guys are standing around the mayor's house.
Well, I think standing might
Well,
be
you're
a generous.
you're standing there in the front foyer of the mayor's house
Mhm.
with a pair of enemy boots, maybe.
And
Some
the
sort of
dogs
military
in the
cut.
south are barking, and there are
And
three.
so you go and you
moons.
poke your way outside, and you see that there are 3 moons. And as you see that there are 3 moons, you hear a very familiar crack of a firearm.
That can't be good.
And we're going to go ahead and crank that back up to 2.
You just moved it down to 1.
So much for sandwiches.
I know.
And the mayor's wife, I guess.
I think she's dead. But we can go look.
So you're going to head back into the house and up to the second floor.
I've got a pistol. I've got the rapier. Grab the pistol and the rifle. I'll go upstairs.
Okay, I'm gonna go with you. You can't go by yourself. Last time you went by yourself, you vomited. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Is that how we're remembering this?
This is how we're remembering this. We'll do a quick cursory. I mean, we're not going to invest.
Not going to turn the place over. Just
Yeah, even we aren't that low.
Okay.
We'll come back later when everyone's dead. I mean,
So you go up about halfway up the stairs and you find the mayor's wife.
oh, we found her.
Her eyes are wide open. She's laying on the staircase in a highly awkward position and dead.
That was quick.
Nothing. There's no blood. No signs of injury.
Well, I disbelieve that, but we don't have time to figure out how she died. I mean, she's dead. That's kind of the working information we need right now.
yeah.
All right.
Bye, Casey.
Oh.
Cassiel's leaving.
Oh. Yeah, we hope we don't end up like all the dead people too. That would make it a really short game.
Oh, that is an L. I thought that was a 1.
All right. So we head toward the south side of town now because that's where the dogs were barking last we heard. Is that
And you
true?
hear another. Yeah. So you start heading that way. Are you moving with the same sort of stealth, or?
I don't know. I think at this point, until we get close enough.
Make sure the rifle's loaded.
Okay. So you're gonna go and get the rifle primed and loaded. Take the action to do that. No big deal.
And I mean, we can try moving with stealth, but we're way behind.
Yeah.
Chances are it's going to cost us time that we otherwise need.
Yeah.
We're gonna move more swiftly than stealthily at this point.
Okay.
At least until we get to the area where we think. Well, it'll be too late. We'll be killed at that point. So we're just gonna go. We're just gonna talk out loud while we do it.
All right. So you're gonna move somewhat quickly and not worry about stealth.
Yeah.
Do we cross paths with Jeeves?
As a matter of fact, you do.
What's left of him?
He is laid out in the middle of the street, a single bullet hole in his neck.
That was fast. Is it possible to tell what direction it came from him? Did he just go down face first, sort of in the direction he was headed?
He is still more or less pointed the direction he's headed, but you're not certain beyond that.
Which way does the blood splatter?
Yeah. Why didn't I take ballistics?
To comprise all the things. That's what
The blood,
that's my
the
ability.
blood, and the murky water that he's the puddles that he's fallen in make it hard to track any sort of splatter. But you do see that the wound appears to have come from his from the side. Hit clear through.
Which side of the neck is more damaged?
They're both pretty bad.
Wow.
Because usually
but
the
it's-
musket balls will do more on the
Yeah,
exit.
they do more on the exit, but it would be this side, the right side
So you get clipped from the right.
from the left.
Yeah. The right side's more mangled.
More, okay.
Okay, so chances are we're going to be shot from the right. So we should well, I'm not even going to say it. Let's keep going.
Taverns on the direction.
Mm-hmm. The tavern is you're still heading towards the tavern.
Are the buildings between here and the tavern lit?
Most of them are not.
That can't be good. Were they lit when we came out?
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible news.
And none of the buildings are like smack on top of one another. I mean, most of the buildings have space between them.
Mm-hmm.
But everything at this point is really quiet.
Did the dog stop barking?
Many of them have. It's not nearly as loud as it was.
Keep moving. At this point, though, stick to the shadows. I mean, unless there are lit houses. I'm so torn because going to a lit house means that's likely where somebody's going to be next to kill people. So we could attempt to ambush. He is handing me XP. I have decision paralysis. Do we want to try to ambush them, or do we want to try to follow them?
So as you're having your decision paralysis, you pause and kind of take a look around, and you see what appears to be an enormous paw print in the mud.
Oh my God! Your fox has gotten enormous. Look at this.
It's about like this.
So is it about? So it's
like
bigger
a
than.
mastiff.
Okay, so it's bigger. This is not good. Many of them, or just one?
Just one singular print. It's a patch that's particularly muddy rather than just wet,
Okay.
and it's imprinted in the mud.
Now that we've changed positions, has the moon changed?
But it seems to be getting bigger.
I'm pretty sure that's not a moon. When you say it's getting bigger, do you mean it looks like it's getting closer?
Getting fuller.
Okay. These words, they mean different things. They're
It
significant.
seems, but you can't really tell. It's either getting closer because you're moving closer to it, or it's getting fuller and you happen to be moving closer to it.
Why are we moving closer to the moon? It is very far away. It is definitely more than 7 long ladders away.
Now it's apparently only 6 long ladders away.
This is a problem.
We're going to ignore the fact that there's 2 extras?
Well,
That's already part of my headcanon.
All right. So the moon, the one that you're looking for, the gibbous moon, is unchanged.
Okay, the other 2 are not.
Right.
Lit house and hope for an ambush. keep following them. I mean, I feel like at this point they're ahead of us. The only way for us to...
I mean, if we're going that direction anyway, let's make sure the tavern's not...
We got to make sure
bloodbath.
that the whiskey is safe. You are correct.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. Old man and a teenager.
Yes. So we go back to the Winchester to check on the whiskey.
It is deserted.
Well, that's because they all started.
The door is unlocked.
Fire's still going?
Fire is low, but it is still going.
Does it look like the chairs are all turned over, or is it like people just left for the night?
There are a couple of turned over chairs.
It was...
But by and large, no.
It was a good-sized fire when we left, right?
It was a moderate-sized fire.
But still shouldn't be as low as this in the time that we've been gone.
No, if nobody tended to it since you left, it could be getting this low. It's not really suspiciously low.
All right, we'll do a quick look through.
Actually, it's probably still pretty good because I did say it was a decent sized fire before. So yeah, it's still going pretty good.
Okay.
So we'll take a quick look around. I mean, like the innkeeper probably, or the tavern keeper. Well, I guess it's an inn. This is where we're staying.
Mm-hmm.
They live here. Are they in their rooms?
You start calling out.
No, I go look. I am not that stupid. I've already vomited in the middle of another crime scene. Of course I'm not yelling.
You're going to want some whiskey to rinse that taste out.
As a matter of fact, I do take care of that right now. But no, we're not yelling in the place where there might be people waiting to kill us. We go look.
Okay.
What kind of a GM is this? What kind of nonsense is this guy pulling?
You were asked. I'm just checking.
No.
So you start to go and you go look.
After I...
He's up. Their room's up on the second floor.
Okay.
So you go your way up, knock on the door quietly, or you just listen at the door.
I'm going to attempt to listen at the door. An 11.
While she's going up the stairs, what are you doing?
Kind of... Because it was the innkeeper, the wife, and the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Was the wife the kitchen crew?
She's part of the kitchen crew.
It's kind
Everybody else just kind of works here. They're the only ones who live here other than yourselves at the moment.
Just kind of pop the door to the kitchen a little bit, peek in.
Empty. Looks like it was halfway cleaned.
Cook fire?
It has been put out. But it is getting on the part of the evening where they would be closing that down.
Usually you would think they'd keep like a stew going or something, which just would run all night.
That's arguably a good thing, so maybe it is suspicious.
No sign of hasty evacuation or anything?
Not particularly. You can see from one of the windows that looks out to the south. Oh, sorry. I forgot.
I know, but I just looked up and all I can see is your fingers. We're sorry, audience.
So
through the windows?
looking through the window, you can see 4 men with rifles out on the street. military uniforms. Still too dark to make out specifics. Either military uniforms or just well-cut coats.
No man wears a well-cut coat like that without reason.
And they're walking in pretty much, a unified step. And then while you're watching, you can see them kicking a door.
Keep watching.
Okay. You're watching and kind of doing your... And while you're watching, something large passes through a shadow in the distance. Like almost the size of a pony, but it's two-legged-ish, running in a crouch.
Does it seem to be trying to avoid the men?
Not particularly. The soldiers aren't in the same vicinity. I mean, not the exact same vicinity. And in the moment you caught a glimpse of it, it was gone. So you're not even, after you kind of catch that glimpse, you're maybe the size is off, and maybe your distance gauge isn't quite right. There's nothing that's native to this area that should be that big, save for horses, and it clearly wasn't a horse. So probably not what you thought it was. It's the dark. It must be the dark, right? Right?
Makes sense.
Yeah, the
hungry dark.
The horror die says that it is, because now it's a 3. All right, what's behind this door?
Push open the door.
Yeah, quietly. Oh my God! Have they never heard of oil here? Oh, for God's sake! I'm gonna start giving these back to you. Oh shoot! Yes.
Can I help you?
Something leaps at you out of the darkness. Small, but, right at your head.
I would like to attempt to dodge. I will spend an effort on that. Thank goodness I have an edge, so it only costs me 2. Running? Running?
Sure.
Okay. Reduced by 2. An 11, reduced by 2.
Okay. This
Man, I almost
cat
yelled
jumps,
Steven.
leaps out of the shadows off of a bookcase, almost at your head. It hits the ground with a very faint thump, and it is down the stairs, tail low.
Oh my God. Stupid cat. Anything else in here?
Oh, hey, cat.
Is it dark? Yeah, cat. I'll add it to my collection. Is it dark in their rooms, or is it lit?
It's still dark.
Like they didn't come to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Does it smell like dead people in here?
Bed's empty.
Okay, that's a relief.
It looks unslept in. It's neat.
Uh-oh. Get back downstairs. There's nobody here but the cat. Well, the cat's gone now. But the cat was here, but there was nobody else here.
Kitchen's empty. Cook fire's out.
Yeah, but it's getting...
Soldiers patrolling the village.
You hear a outside the back
Oh,
door.
God. The cat's trying to get out. Why would they put the cook fire out before they took him out?
And there's something big out there.
Well, yeah. Did you see the size of that footprint?
2 legs.
Well, there was only one footprint.
Makes sense then.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
Well, I mean, because like that 3 moon thing is just totally headcanon now. Oh, man. So the cat's at the back door trying to get out of the building. Stupid ass cat. It's going to get us killed.
They never heard of a cat door.
Have they never heard of outdoor cats? But it doesn't look like anybody died in here. I mean, not that that's a bad thing.
Since I've been
Just-
watching, since the soldiers kicked in the one door,
Mm-hmm.
any more action over that way? Flashes of a...
You keep looking, keep watching. There are muzzle flashes. Very faint cracks.
How many come out?
4.
How many went in?
4.
So they're executing people. Why did... Well, where did the people here go? They didn't... Surely they didn't... I mean, like, the barkeeper and his family's not here.
Keep an eye on them.
Okay.
Go check the till.
Hmm?
Go check the till.
Till's full.
You're really going to rob this place in the middle of an invasion?
They left without money.
Well, they might have... Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Soldiers would have taken money.
Soldiers were the family.
Yeah. We should take the money and keep it safe.
All right. So you have the money from the till.
To keep it safe.
What is going on here?
I don't know.
If I'd known this was going to be this stupid, I would have just gone ahead and joined the army.
Well, if I'd known it was going to be like this, I would have brought the book on time travel and aliens instead of the one with the tentacles. Wait, I can go upstairs. I'll be back. Do I have any books on military? Well, I mean, we figured out what military...
There's some military history books.
Yeah, have we figured out, can we tell, are we pretty certain that we're pretty certain these are Waymarg? Can we see any insignia, or is it too dark for that?
It's been too dark for that.
Okay.
When they came out, did they just kind of go into the next house?
Yeah,
So they're going systematically.
pretty systematically.
All right, so we are now in a building that they probably think is empty. So this is a good place to make our decisions about what we're going to do next. Are there any dogs barking at all at this point?
You listen. Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
5.
12
Neither one of you hear any dogs.
with the skills. What about horses in the stable?
Head out to the stables.
We can't head out to the stand. No, we don't want to go out there.
I mean, there,
Did they-
there isn't an
Can we
attached stable
see-
here. There's a stabler not too far off.
Oh, my
When-
horse is gone.
When we were out earlier,
Mm-hmm.
The dogs were freaking out. What about the horses?
Horses were not. At least not that you noticed. Of course, they're also indoors and couldn't see the moon, and dogs bay at moons. So, the moment they notice something unnatural and there was multiple moons, they're definitely going to react to that. Horses that are inside, not likely.
All right. So they don't appear to be taking any prisoners. But what's the point in coming to this podunk little town of...
Is there anything strategic about this town?
Yeah, I mean...
It would be right on the supply lines.
Oh, well, that would explain why they would just take everybody out and take them out.
Yeah.
And since it's borderline on the coast, it would also give them access to
The water.
the water.
All right. Well, are there any weapons around here? I'm guessing there's probably not much in the way.
Fire poker,
Yeah.
some knives in the kitchen,
Okay. I was just wondering if...
yeah, including some cleavers and
Okay, so they did leave some weapons behind too, though. They didn't take anything. And there was no sign of struggle, and there's no blood. So they did take the people out of here before killing them. Or they ran. But they ran in an orderly enough fashion that they didn't make it look like...
And it was still early enough that the tavern wouldn't have just shut down.
But someone put out the cook fire. Or banked it, I'm guessing. I mean, they went to the trouble of taking it down. I mean, they wouldn't really put it out, but they settled it.
I'm going to spend some effort.
So while Scott's doing this, a couple people have asked it, who have not actually watched us play Cypher or have not played. One of the quick tutorials on this is, unlike other D20 games, we get pools of skills, might, speed, and intellect, and we can use them to help us perform tasks by reducing the difficulty. Cypher is based on a 1 to 10 difficulty. A level 1 difficulty means you have to roll a 3 or higher. A level 5 means you have to roll a 15 or higher. You can reduce that difficulty through a bunch of different methods, which we won't go into right now. I just want to get through that quick. But at the same time, if we start taking damage, which my guess is we will be soon, those pools that we're using to lower our difficulties are also our life pools. And as we start to lose our health, we will also start to lose our ability to, say move, because that's happened before. So it's a commodity that we use for both doing things and living. And so Scott's in the process of spending effort, which means he's going to be spending out of one of his pools.
I'm spending, since I have one edge, I have one effort, and intellect pool of 16. I'll be spending, two of my intellect pool.
edge your effort, because you have an effort of 1, which is the limit you can number.
I'm sorry, edge of 1.
Okay. So edge lowers the cost.
Yeah. So I'll
It's those
spend
E words.
2 intellect pool
Okay.
to lower the difficulty here by another 1. I'm going to use also my perception skills
Okay.
and look for some sort of hidden door.
Okay.
See if maybe they've got like a safe room.
Okay.
17 on the die.
So you look around, and there is a carpet, like a small little area rug, near the pump on the back side of the room, but it's not as close to where the pump is as you would expect, and its side is turned up a little bit.
Nice call. Take a quick peek. Is there a door underneath it?
There's a hatch.
We need to let them know that we're up here and that
They
we're
can probably hear
looking.
us walking on the floor.
They probably can, but they need to know that we're out here looking. We need to know what happened now. You want to let them know they've passed over. The guards have passed by here, correct?
Apparently.
Okay.
It's also possible that you've got multiple groups of guards,
Okay.
multiple groups of soldiers.
If nothing else, we need to cover that so that they don't know about it.
Yeah.
Because they didn't get the carpet down right. Flip.
Flip the carpet.
Okay.
So that's neat.
Okay.
How secure is the floor? I mean, like, is it like are the floorboards well seated next to one another?
Mostly. I mean, you can see cracks.
Okay.
If there are cracks, they can probably
Hear
as
us.
well.
That's why I'm thinking. So just
Stay put.
that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Move one of the tables just enough that the feet are also covering like the edge of the carpet.
Okay. That will kind of bring it to an odd place, but
Or if
It won't-
or if not the table, then maybe like a chair or something.
okay.
Something that
So that-
looks
so
like
it
it's
looks like it's-
appropriate
Yeah.
there, but
Mhm.
not.
And won't necessarily hinder their escape if they need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it'll look like there's stuff on it.
Right.
Yeah. Rewrite the chairs that are knocked over.
Okay.
So that looks like everybody went home. All right, let's go figure this out. We gotta go kill us some people. Man, I wish I'd taken some combat skills.
It's a good thing I can appraise all the things.
That's a good thing I know about astronomology.
Astronomology.
Astronomology. I'm taking that from now on, too. I'm telling you. We're going to have to write that up for something. I don't know what it'll be. I know exactly what it'll be. I don't know why I said that. All right. Well, we'll head at the back. Is the cat still caterwauling back there at the back door? Or has it moved on?
It's moved on.
Okay. Good. We can go out the back door. I don't want to go down the street.
All right, you open the back door to bolts.
Okay.
Cat bolts past you.
Out.
Mm-hmm.
That's not surprising. Stupid cat. No, we can't go out that way. We can't go out the front door either. We have to go out the back.
All right. So you guys are still kind of inside. You get the door open.
Uh-huh.
The cat bolts outside and then gives a yelp and bolts back inside. And one of the shadows under the tree in the back of the inn moves. You can just see this shape in the darkness that moved. The cat comes back in. Roll initiative.
Damn it.
This guy. Did you get another F-bomb?
I got another 3.
Okay. So, what did Mal get?
Nat 20.
I hate you.
All right, so
I'm well apprised of the situation.
Mal,
Yeah, me too.
Thing, Aaron,
Cat.
I want the cat with the thing.
You ass!
Are you happy? Vana goes after you.
Oh, that's nice.
Vana Puddles.
We're gonna miss Vana when it's gone. When they're gone.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Good Lord. I'm actually going to use perception to try and get a better judge of this thing.
Okay, you're going to try to get a good look at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because right now it's just slipping in and out of the shadows, right? Or
Well,
has
it
or
is
has
under,
decided to barrel?
whatever it is under the tree, and it moved. And it's so dark under the tree that you can just see that the darkness shifts. You can't tell what it is that's under there, but there's something very large under the boughs of the tree that just moves.
This sounds dangerous.
I don't think you even have to ask for danger sense. I think you
Can I combine my skill and perception as well as my appraise all the things, which does account for danger?
Mm-hmm.
Let's drop that by 2.
There you go. Why don't you try hitting it?
Well, so much for that.
What did you roll?
3.
Oh, God.
You can't tell what it is,
It's big.
but it's scary.
But oh Lord, it's coming.
I think there's a puddle under you now.
I got a sword.
So the shadow shifts again, and something big, either wearing a fur coat or actually furry, you can't get a good view of it, comes barreling up and rams into Aaron.
Hey, guess what? It's big. You're going to get a really good view of it now.
It barrels into Aaron, and you get a nose full of that wet dog smell.
There are things underneath this thing that I cannot unsee.
And you need to make a.
Aren't you glad you already puked?
You're being attacked. You're being attacked, so you need to make a defense roll.
Okay.
So speed
I'm
defense.
I'm gonna spend some speed for that.
Okay.
I'm gonna miss myself when I'm dead.
And you still have a free intrusion on you.
What? I rolled an 8.
Okay. You take 4 points of damage.
Ow.
Sorry, 6 points of damage.
Ow.
It's
Oh,
large.
I have armor, so I take 5 points of damage.
And then you need to make a second speed defense roll as it very quickly. Basically, it is all fur, teeth, and claws. You can't get a good view of exactly what it is.
Okay, I rolled a
but you-
13.
13?
Uh-huh.
That is... You put effort on that one?
I can't. I already spent effort
Oh.
on the previous one.
Okay. Not enough. So take another 6 points of damage.
Okay, so I am down 1 on the damage track. I would
Fetid breath.
be
and
impaired.
teeth, claws, fur, and it is right up on both of you. So it's like almost like it's too close to get a good view of it. It's just big and muscular, and you would say it's probably got like 18 arms with the amount of times it seems to have hit her, and it's just clawing and teeth.
I can confirm it has 18 arms.
Oh my god, it's a tree. Look at all those limbs. How many attacks per round that is?
Aaron,
I have my weapon out.
so it like staggers you back a little bit.
Yes, but I have my gun, and I have had my gun out, and so I shoot that sucker.
Okay.
Actually, no, I lied. I don't do that. I take an action to heal.
You take your one action.
I don't have a
recovery
choice.
roll.
Yeah, I take my recovery roll. I have no might, and I'm debilitated. I can't afford to do anything else. All right, that's 6 points back.
So you stand there almost as in shock.
Like, what?
The cat runs through
That little
back into the building.
that ass.
You can hear its paws in the
Scrabble, scrabble, scrabble.
scrabbling on the wood. Is Vanya doing anything?
Cuddling.
Cuddling or following the cat?
I'll be following the cat.
Go for the eyes, boo!
She's a cat dog. She's got red hair. She's like a combination of Scooby and Daphne.
Yes.
Okay. Which brings us back around to Mal.
This thing has acted fairly intelligently.
Seems to be, yeah.
I'm going to recompose myself.
Okay.
Have 4 XP.
So when we get enough XP, we can use it to buy things, and that's how we level as well.
I'm going to pick up the speaker skill, Terrifying Presence.
Okay.
I hope that works.
Alright, Terrifying Presence. I can convince one intelligent target of level 3 or lower that I am its worst nightmare. Target must be within short range and able to understand me. As long as I do nothing but speak. Target is paralyzed with fear, runs away, or takes some other action appropriate to the circumstances.
So I'm going to point out something now that you've spent 4 XP. Chances of this thing being lower than level 4 is pretty slim to none.
I can spend effort to increase the effectiveness.
Okay, excellent.
Which I think I'm going to do.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't like a hard level on a level 3, because otherwise...
No. So that'll be... Must be 1 for that, and then 3 for the effort. So that must be 10. Sit!
Does it laugh? There was a noise. It doesn't sit, and it almost sounds like a laugh with a Weimar accent.
So it's it's higher than level 4.
If it's of any consolation, that laugh was my character. What?
Should have gone for stand down.
You should have gone for first. No
Should have gone for
way.
the eyes, boo.
That's what you should have done. Oh well, it's too late now.
Oh well.
It was a
And
good
it
try.
bites Monica.
Again?
Yes.
Mean.
Aw. A natural 20.
All right, so it goes to bite you, and it snaps air.
Well, I'm hoping it bites itself with that natural 20.
It seemed to maybe have jarred itself a little bit. You know how you you bite too hard. And you expect to get something and then you don't. It seems to kind of jar it a little bit. And you can kind of like scramble a little bit away from it.
Oh, I want to shoot a point blank in the head. I
Or
mean,
you
I'm right here. I mean, I'd like on that natural 20. On that,
You can still do that. I mean, but I'm just saying that you're like able to kind of scramble away from it a little bit as you get your weapon up.
on that natural 20, I'd
I was
like
giving
to do
you
that.
your natural 20.
I
Was
know.
getting you out of its like, because it's like immediately on you.
Can I use this subtle cipher then as
Sure.
part of it? All right, so I have
So
eagle
your
eye.
action is up now.
Yes, so I have eagle eye. My vision is clear. Difficulty of a ranged attack is decreased by 1 step.
Okay.
I'd like to go ahead and spend out of my, I assume, speed pool, or is it might for the?
Speed
Okay.
for a weapon like that.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to spend out of my speed pool. I could have spent out of my might, but I'm going to spend out of my speed, especially since it's coming after me. And I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
Hopefully in the head. I'm going to reroll that 11 because I'd like to actually hit it more. Yeah, 11 it is.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be enough is the problem. 11 reduced by 2.
11 reduced by 2.
Probably not enough.
It grazes it. But whether it does any damage, it's of any significance, you can't tell.
Okay.
Mal.
I'm just gonna stick it with the rapier.
Okay.
Not well. It's a 9.
Okay. Nine. You like poke it, and the rapier does a little bit of a, not a whole lot because it's a rapier as opposed to a.
Right.
I mean, and
Does the bendy bit that it does.
it does a little bit of a bendy bit, and doesn't seem to do anything.
9.
I think that's its accent.
Well played.
Thank you. Shit.
And it turns to look at you, and a claw comes sweeping at you. And it starts shouting in Weimark.
We are in trouble. That's not what it's shouting. I'm just telling you.
But it's got this weird guttural accent.
And it hits me. I rolled a 7.
That's enough to hit you. I'm going to go ahead and pull an intrusion on you. So you take 6 points of damage.
We're gonna die.
Owie.
And you go flying and slam into the wall for another 3 points of damage. And you are prone.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't like it.
No, me either. We're in trouble. Just throwing that out there. All right, is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna try hitting it. Actually, I'm gonna shoot it with the other barrel. I'm not reducing it. It's a 12. It's not enough. Unless a 12 is enough to hit it suddenly.
Did you...
No, I didn't reduce it.
Okay, you didn't reduce it at all. this
No.
time.
No, I don't have enough in my
Okay.
pools to do that. If it hits me, I'm like,
Okay.
I'm a couple of good hits away from being dead.
So you grazed again.
Yeah.
You're pretty certain the bullet. I mean, this one's it hits it kind of on, but it doesn't seem to affect it any.
This thing has 4 points of armor. We're screwed. Because we won't be able to hit it and hurt it at all. This is bad.
Hey, we still have 3 moons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's your turn, so what are you thinking there?
I'm thinking I hurt.
Ouch.
I need to back off for a second. Catch
Just-
that wind.
Okay.
When you're prone,
And-
how do you
Oh,
back
that's right,
off
I'm
when
prone.
you're prone?
But you're at
So
least
you-
backed off already.
Right, right.
Yeah, on your back and
Because
back
it's like
off are
it's
not
like
the
watching
same.
Supernatural when they get hit and they go flying and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
hit something. That's what I did.
Yeah, that's fair. So at this point, I guess I'm just kind of sitting up and catching my breath. That was lame.
What'd you roll?
3.
Ah.
So that's 3 hit points back. All right, that's me.
All right.
I
It
guess-
looks at you, and it first thing it does is it howls.
Oh, that can't
It
be good.
is-
It's calling its friends.
It's a loud and long, horrible sound.
Okay.
And it turns to you with teeth that are stained red with blood. Probably your own.
Thanks for rubbing that in there, Andrew. Appreciate that.
And it leaps at you.
Okay.
In an attempt to bear you to the ground.
I knew I should have taken jumping. 18 on the die!
All right, so there's a minor effect here to your advantage.
So I step to the right and it hits the wall behind me.
Send it into
I don't know.
Send it into the stew kettle.
I don't know. Can I do that?
Hmm?
Is that enough to get it to
You could get it to like crash into
self-inflict itself?
not a lot, but it would,
More than what I've been doing with my gun? That would be fantastic.
colliding with the wall is fine. I mean,
Okay.
it's probably closer and would make more sense.
All right.
So it hits the wall with a shudder. Dust and debris falls from the ceiling and like snow, and it gets part of its neck stuck in the planking of the wood,
Uh-huh.
and it takes it an extra moment to get itself yanked free.
So while it's doing that, I bring my quarterstaff down on its neck where it's most likely to be at risk and try to fracture its spinal column.
Really? You have a half moment to get away.
Where are we gonna go?
Stables.
All right. He says run. I am
I'm giving you
skilled
the
at
option.
running.
If
I am skilled at running, so
It also
running
gives us
sounds
a
like
chance to get it away from the innkeeper's family.
okay.
Dang
All
it.
right. Damn it. All right. I am skilled at running, and while I would like to hit it, I will run.
Okay, so you turn and down the stairs and out towards the stable.
Yeah. Bye. It was nice knowing you. I leave you behind.
Or out the back
Apparently.
door rather, and towards the stable. You, what are you doing?
Vana, come. Run.
Okay. Wolf comes. Sorry, the fox.
No, we don't want the wolf to follow us. We're okay with that. It can stay right where it's at.
Fox comes scurrying around the building towards you, and you are running.
Those are stables.
All right. So as you are running towards the stables, Monica, you get to the door.
Oh my god, why are you giving me this? You've killed my horse before I even got to the stables. You're such a jerk. Yes.
You hear the whiz of a bullet past your head, and then the sound of double cracks.
Wow, if you hear them, it's too
So
late.
Give me a speed defense roll.
That can't be good. You just gave me that XP. I really don't want to give it back to you already, but I'm feeling like a 10's maybe not enough. I'm going to take my chances. A 10.
Okay. Take 4 points of damage.
Ah,
You get winged.
Of course I do. Speed or might? Might.
Might. But you got hit by a bullet, so if you've got armor.
Oh, I do have armor.
Yeah. Don't forget to apply
Was
your
it
armor.
4?
Mm-hmm. And you can see the soldiers heading your direction.
Of course they are.
But they're only kind of like walking, but they've got rifles, so...
All right.
The other bullet hits the door of the stable.
Okay. All right. Can I get inside the stable then?
So you're there and you're fumbling with the latch, trying to get it open. Because you came to the door, and so you're messing with the latch, and you're charging up behind her. Shots ring out. You can actually see where she gets winged. And then you get the latch done, and you've got it open. You have to pull the doors.
Okay. We pull the doors.
I mean, it's a separate action at that point. So you need to make another pair of speed defense, or each of you needs to make a speed defense check.
17.
Six.
All right. Another 4 points of damage.
I'm dead. I'm just kidding. No, I'm.
Debilitated again.
Yeah, I'm debilitated again.
All right. So she kind of drops down in front of you. Bullet whizzes past you. You get the doors open. The horses are now inside, making a little...
I paid for a really good horse. He's going to defend me.
How many are in here?
I'd like to remind you that Philippe is level 1.
He loves me, damn it.
There are 3 horses in here.
Damn, I was hoping for more.
Your horses and the innkeeper's horse, which is more of a draft animal. Nobody else is staying in the inn. And most everybody else who is here walked in.
Pick up Vanna, tuck her into the messenger bag.
Okay.
You gotta get up.
Okay, I'll get right on that.
And you can hear the padding of feet out in the yard, coming at a gallop.
Oh, that guy.
That guy.
Yeah.
Loose the draft horse too.
Okay. They're all in their own stalls. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you take an action to pop yours. He's getting closer.
Right.
Because he's only,
I'm using the draft horse as a decoy,
As a shield.
pretty much.
okay, so you,
A
well,
literal meat shield.
I will actually put the draft horse as, like, the first one that you could get to. I'll even do that for you.
Yay.
So you pop the latch on the draft horse, and you want to give it your scary face?
Give it the scary face.
It's lower level than 3.
See, now that's when you use it.
And it just like out the door, you know, hooves flailing, and it gallops out. And then you can hear it hit. And just get shredded.
To bits, you say.
To bits, I say.
So the good news is I am also skilled in climbing, so getting on my horse shouldn't be that hard.
You don't even have to make a roll for it.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
It's just something you can do.
Unfortunately, the horse does not have a saddle, so riding, on the other hand, will be tricksy. Because...
Why doesn't your horse have a saddle?
Because it wouldn't be saddled in the stable.
Are you kidding me? You don't go to bed with your saddle on, do you?
Shh. But I do at my house.
Whoa.
TMI.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And yeah, saddles will take too long.
Yeah, it's like putting on your armor. We don't have time for that shit. Pardon me, that stuff.
PG-13, you're fine.
I know.
Mature content only.
Try to get out of here.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, push to get the horses going.
Unless you want to try something else.
I've got...
There's a ladder that goes up in here. You've got the two. You can get the horses stalls open.
I'm debilitated, so everything I do is going to be harder.
So,
I mean, at this point, I think
there are no good choices at this point. You
Yeah,
have
no,
worked yourselves
thanks.
in a position where there are no good choices.
No, you've put us in a position where there are no good choices. We have had zero effect on any of that.
The good news is that you've
Now it's a
seen
4. Great. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. And we're back down to...
Back down to a 1.
Now we're back down to DEFCON 1.
Because the really bad thing is happening.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
yeah, I mean, it's a meat decoy at this point. We should.
Yeah, I mean,
Go.
I have no ranged attacks at this point. I have to leave.
Pass you the other pistol.
Okay. Now I have a ranged attack. Thanks. I appreciate
On the
that.
horses, we should go.
Yep.
So you're going to mount up and go.
Yep. We're not going super far, but we have to get out of here.
No, that's fine. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. We try to go.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll all have extra guns too.
So you hop up on your mounts, and you're out the front doors, back out into the teeth and claws of the thing.
It's eating the other horse. Really? That draft horse has got to have more than 6 health points. Have you seen those things? Did you not get to see the Clydesdales last week?
saw.
Okay.
Didn't say that it was,
Okay.
but I mean, it is still right there. You're
All
running
right.
out into it.
All right.
That horse is screaming.
Yeah, it's not good. No
It is a-
horses were actually hurt in the filming of this episode.
For the record, you made the choice to kill the horse.
Yes, I did.
That's a new feeling. How's that feel, Scott?
I tried to sacrifice to the,
You
the
tried to
horse
play.
killer.
You tried to play to Andrew's strengths and weaknesses. Good call. All right, so we attempt to escape.
So it is screaming, flailing its hooves, and the other thing is on it, shredding into it. And as you kind of like try to ride past it, go ahead and give me ride rolls. And then give me speed defense checks.
So ride rolls. Are we looking at in speed?
This be speed.
Speed. I can't spend it. 18 on my ride.
Okay.
I have no XP again. 18 on my speed defense.
Okay.
Well, those rerolls were worth it, but now I have no XP again.
At a 15 on the ride and a 19 on the speed defense.
Okay.
Do we still
So
get
you-
effects on those?
Hmm?
Do we still get effects on those?
Yes.
I don't. I'm
She
debilitated.
doesn't, but you do.
Okay.
I'm.
Can it take a horse hoof to the face?
Sure. It takes a horse hoof. Maybe not to the face, but it takes a horse hoof to whatever is vulnerable. As you go galloping past, it cries out, snarls, and you can see, you kind of like look over your shoulder and you can see where it was hit, and it, seems to take the extra fury from that and finishes off the horse.
Yeah.
I hope you got it in the eye.
Me too.
And then it
I'm
kind of,
not hopeful, but me too.
and then it seems to brace itself for a charge.
We're so screwed.
So give me another ride roll.
16.
3.
3. You start to fall back behind where Scott is. Scott pulls ahead of you.
Okay.
Good news is that it doesn't mean you get kicked off the horse or anything.
Yay.
You're just finding it kind of hard to control the horse, and it's not going a
That's
straight line.
because
and
I'm debilitated and I have no mind.
and you're not on a saddle.
I have no saddle. I mean, things are not looking good here.
Things are not looking good.
No, they're not.
So where are you guys trying to ride to?
Away. We're trying to ride away. I don't know. Is there a town in this direction? Maybe 3 days journey from here? I don't know.
There are other towns out there.
I mean, at this point, away.
Okay. So you're gonna bail on town.
Don't have a whole lot of choice.
I
No,
have to get somewhere where I can rest at least 10 minutes. That is where I want to go.
Okay, so you're gonna head out into the farmlands.
Yes, maybe to a nearby
fine.
farm or something, somewhere where there are people who haven't been killed.
Okay.
That would be great. We could find a place like that. That would be fantastic.
As you kind of gallop out of town, it gives pursuit for a little bit, but even at its full run, it's not even keeping up with your horse.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Your horse, however, is not really cooperative because you did not roll particularly well, and it's in its panic is just kind of like pulling you towards the woods, and you're fighting the horse to get it on track.
Okay.
You're leaving very obvious tracks, and it's just not very good for a while.
Okay.
Once you kind of get out of the moment where it's panicked, it calms down, and you can kind of get things in better shape. Fortunately, the difficulty in that roll wasn't really very high.
I rolled a 3. I mean, how much lower could it be? It can't.
You missed it, but I mean,
I
you didn't miss
know.
it by enough to make it really awful. So you guys have galloped out of town, and give me perception rolls.
Have some of that.
Natural 20!
She has
I
more
might
than I do
actually
this time.
see it.
You can actually see against the clouds 3 more dark shapes in the sky, angular zeppelins floating.
The hell are those?
Hanging from the bottom of one of them, you see a cage with a man in it.
This is terrible news. What is that?
The hell kind of warfare is this? I call shenanigans.
Hey, you remember that book I brought that I said I was going to go back up for? I think it said something about werewolves. They must have been putting all these moons in the sky. What do you think?
They're not even moons.
Give
they're
me a roll for
balloons.
that.
They're balloons.
You can use your asset.
Okay. Oh, okay. 15.
15?
Yeah.
Yes. You do know of werewolves?
Yay. And, my forbidden knowledge.
And with your forbidden knowledge expertise, I will even go so far as to tell you that it is entirely possible that the way they had were angling mirrors and amplifying mirrors to take the moonlight and redirect it to basically create the effect of a full moon, even on darker nights.
James Walls, you stink.
I declare shenanigans.
And at this point, you can clearly tell that the Weimar invasion of Ghent is well underway, being led by
By werewolves?
werewolf
Dark
attacks.
science.
I think maybe it's time to just move on.
Of course, you've pretty much Ulvington's a wash. You managed to survive. Congratulations. But Ulvington's a wash.
We didn't leave anything too important back there. And we have all that money that we were keeping
Left
safe.
most of your books.
Yeah, but I brought the important ones.
One with the tentacles.
One with
The with the tentacles for the next game. Oh. So
we're going to call it there.
okay. So just as a quick explanation, or maybe Andrew want to explain where it came from and why I'm a curse on James Walls, but not Jennifer. She's awesome.
So, yeah. For multiple reasons. I said early on in the broadcast, but before I think we had a whole lot of viewers on, that I based this on a one-sheet Savage Worlds adventure that James Walls ran and then posted to his blog, Living for Crits. His was actually based on World War II material, but I've been kind of fiddling around with trying to do some fantasy stuff, and I'll be honest, I just finished a series of books where it was black powder and magic, and the idea of the two mingling a little bit was a lot of fun, and I couldn't really pass it up. So I did take some liberties and shift a few things around in his one-page write-up, but other than that, most of it is exactly as he presented it, or at least the tips that he had, because it is a one-page write-up. It's just basically notes of things. So thank you to James, and hopefully James will tune in later to listen to this, but he's at PAX, so I know he's not watching it tonight. Hope
Yes,
everybody
we survived.
Yay, we did. It's astonishing. We were just as surprised as you were.
Heroing the right way, surviving the night and leaving trails of destruction in our wake. Even if it's the bystanders.
Well, I did let you guys play shady characters, so the idea of the shady characters getting out and leaving everybody else to their own defenses is not really surprising.
Well, that wasn't really our intent, but of course, if that's the way it worked.
We did make the effort to check on the wife.
Yeah, we did try to make
Tried a
sure
couple
everybody
of things.
stayed. Yeah.
It didn't go so hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, since we're so close to 1 o'clock, I am going to call it here. We could have gone a little bit longer, probably, but
Yeah, we could have until I ran out of, speed, and then I'd have been.
We tried to murder a monster.
We tried.
That didn't go so hot either.
Oh, so it was looking a little thin for a bit. At least you weren't murdering people. Yeah, no, we were busy not being killed ourselves. Sometimes you have to choose wisely.
And Vanna survived.
And Vanna survived. So something that we have failed to do in the last couple of, we've only had a couple that we've actually been able to air. We would like to send out a special thank you to our Patreons. We have a few of them, and they've been very loyal in supporting us in our attempts to get this podcast off the ground. And it is without saying that their belief in us in Marlowe House has kept us going even when we seem to face insurmountable odds. And a special thank you to our new producer, Scott McHenry.
Who?
Yeah, I know that guy. I know.
I hate that guy.
I know. He's a nice guy. We're going to keep him.
Don't you tell those lies about me.
I won't. But we just want to make sure that everybody knows that, it is not gone unnoticed that we are getting support from the people who care about us as both creators and individuals, and we do really appreciate it. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
And we'll have this up on our YouTube channel soon, we hope.
Maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight.
What?
I know.
The speed of internet?
It's amazing. So thank you, everybody.
At the speed of new technology.
And with that, I'm Monica Marlowe.
And I'm Andrew Marlowe.
This is Marlowe House Presents. Thank you. Have a great night.
Good night.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're like that kid at the sleepover party.
Uh-huh. And I ate all the pizza, too.
Say good night, Scott.
Good night, Scott.